listen to me. I'm gonna get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there. Y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
Yo, 50 Cent just dropped a nuke. Netflix's The Sean Combs Reckoning? That ain't the headline. The headline is the 37-minute never-before-seen raw tape 50 slid into the final cut. Footage so wild Netflix lawyers tried to bury it. Footage that shows Diddy in a Miami villa, March 14, 2016, 3:12 a.m., counting bricks of cash with 2 federal informants whispering the feds already got the serial numbers. You think you seen Diddy dirt? You ain't seen nothing yet. Keep watching, because every frame 50 leaked is about to rewrite hip-hop history.
One instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. It shows you his character.
All right, if you've been under a rock, let me catch you up real quick. 50 Cent and Diddy, this ain't new. This is 20 years of subliminal sneak disses, party invites declined, champagne bottles swung, and lawsuits filed under seal. But this Netflix drop, this Reckoning doc that hit the top 10 in 42 countries within 6 hours, was supposed to be Diddy's redemption arc. Executive produced by his own media company, edited by his nephew, scored by his in-house producer. They thought they controlled the narrative. They got wrong. Enter 50 Cent. While Diddy's team was busy color-correcting B-roll of charity galas, 50's G-Unit Films quietly licensed an entire hard drive from a fired bodyguard who'd kept a GoPro running 24/7 inside Diddy's estates from 2012 to 2018. That bodyguard, named Leon Big Lee Jefferson, got canned after he asked for a raise to cover legal fees when the LAPD questioned him about a certain missing briefcase. Leon didn't burn the footage. He sat on it, waited. Then 50 flew him to Toronto, paid him in cash, $1.3 million wired through 3 offshore accounts, and walked out with a Pelican case stuffed with SD cards. That's what you're seeing on Netflix tonight, scrubbed into 4K, captioned and timestamped, and the streets are talking. Why does this matter? Because hip-hop's first billionaire is about to become hip-hop's first billionaire behind bars if the feds connect these dots. Streams of Diddy's catalog dropped 18% in the first 48 hours after the leak. Revolt's ad sales team already lost 3 anchor sponsors, Ciroc, De Leon, and a stealth telecom deal worth $22 million. Meanwhile, 50's brands and cognac sales spiked 73%. This isn't just tea, homie. This is tsunami-level reputational slaughter. And it's only Monday. But here's what they're not telling you. The footage 50 leaked is only 37 minutes of a 400-hour trove. Sources inside the G-Unit post-production suite tell me there's footage of Diddy on the yacht in St. Barth, 2015, handing a duffel bag to a man later convicted for interstate drug trafficking. There's footage of Diddy FaceTiming someone whose voice matches a currently incarcerated music exec who ordered the 1994 Quad Studios hit. There's even footage of Diddy whispering to a Grammy voter, name on file, 2 weeks before the 2017 nominations dropped. Netflix lawyers flagged every second of it. 50 told him, cut whatever you want, I'm dropping the raw on YouTube the next day. That's why the doc hit so fast. Netflix wanted to beat 50 to the punch, but they still had to leave the 37 minutes in because 50 already previewed it on IG Live to 2.4 million viewers. Checkmate. So when you see headlines saying Diddy under fire, understand, this is a 5-alarm inferno. And 50, he's standing outside with gasoline cans and a flamethrower laughing. Real talk? If you thought the Kanye-Drake beef was petty or the Nicki Cardi shoe throw was wild, you're not ready for the level of carnage that's about to rain down on Bad Boy's legacy. Buckle up.
Is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as such, she's like 18, like 19 years old.
Rewind to 1998. 50 Cent is a mixtape myth. Unsigned, hustling in Queens. Diddy's Platinum Plus, Bad Boy logo everywhere, throwing parties where the champagne never stops. Their first meeting at Justin's restaurant in Atlanta. 50, hungry, walks up to Diddy's booth, plays him a demo on a busted Walkman. Diddy laughs, pats him on the cheek, and says, "You're cute, kid, but I don't sign shooters, I sign stars." Security escorts 50 out. That moment etched itself in 50's brain. He told DJ Who Kid later that night, "I'ma bury that dude. Not just beat him, bury him." Fast forward to 2003, 50's Get Rich or Die Tryin' just moved 872K first week. Diddy's We Invented the Remix is cooling off. 50 buys a mansion in Farmington, Connecticut, same county Diddy keeps a summer spot. They bump into each other at a Hartford strip club. Diddy offers to buy 50 a bottle, 50 declines, snaps a photo of Diddy hugging a known DEA informant. That pic resurfaced last week, page 6, go look. Diddy's camp says it's innocent. 50 posted on This Is 50 with the caption Snuggle Boy. The internet explodes. That's the first public scratch on the armor. Behind the scenes, though, they were still doing business. 50 Ghost wrote a verse for a bad boy artist, won't say who, collecting 30K under the table. Diddy found out, felt played, cut the writer credit. 50 lost a potential 2-point royalty on a song that eventually went gold. That's when the friendship officially flatlined. From that point on, every handshake was a data gathering op. 50 had his team save every email, every text, every club CCTV feed. Diddy did the same. Hired a private intel firm staffed by ex-Mossad guys. Yeah, got that deep. But the real pivot, 2010. Diddy tweets, "I'm launching a network for the culture." 2 weeks later, 50 announces 50 Cent Central on MTV2. Diddy's Revolt eventually launches in 2013, 50's Power hits stars in 2014 and crushes every previous ratings record. Suddenly it's not just rap, it's media empires, boardroom beef, billion-dollar egos, and every executive in Hollywood is forced to pick a side. Spotify playlist curators got flown to Miami by Diddy, Apple Music execs got courtside Knicks seats from 50. Subtle, but the trenches were forming. Then came the Tequila War, 2015. Diddy's Ciroc versus 50's Effin'. Club contracts, liquor distributors, shelf placement. 50 undercuts Diddy by 50 cents a bottle in 38 states. Diddy responds by banning Effin' from every Revolt event. 50 leaks security footage of Diddy's brand managers offering kickbacks to bar owners. The footage is grainy, but you can hear Diddy's voice off camera. "Make sure my product is the only Vita they see." That clip lived on WorldStar for 23 minutes before DMCA nuked it, but 50 had already downloaded and backed it up to 3 encrypted drives. That's the playbook. Collect, wait, deploy. By 2018, the Cold War is nuclear. Every party, every award show, every late-night spot, both crews are there filming each other. Phones out like CIA body cams. That's how Leon the bodyguard got the idea to GoPro everything. He saw 50's team doing it first, figured if you can't beat him, join him. He started clipping the camera to his belt loop, lens peeking through a buttonhole. Diddy thought Leon was just another quiet giant. Nah, Leon was 50's mole for 3 straight years. And nobody knew until now. March 2019, 6 a.m., Instagram notification drops. 50 posts a 15-second teaser. Diddy shirtless in a hot tub. 2 models, bag of white powder on the edge. Caption, Pastor Diddy preaching on the Mount. The internet loses it. Diddy's lawyers fire off cease and desist within 30 minutes. 50 deletes the post, but the Streisand effect kicks in. Blogs, tweets, radio morning shows amplify it. That same day, Diddy's keynote at a tech summit gets canceled due to scheduling conflict. Translation, sponsors pulled out. But here's the kicker. That footage wasn't even from Leon. It was from a third stripper's burner phone, sold to 50 for $8K, and a feature on a mixtape that never dropped. 50 used it as a decoy, so nobody would suspect Leon was the real pipeline. Misdirection, magician level. While Diddy's team hunted the stripper, Leon kept rolling. Got Diddy on tape later that night yelling at his son Christian for posting a Snapchat that accidentally revealed the family's unlisted address. You can hear Diddy say, "You trying to get us robbed? People die for less." That soundbite? 50 sat on it like a chess grandmaster. 2 weeks later, Diddy fires back, posts an old throwback pic of 50 in a hospital gown after the 2000 shooting. Caption, "Some people need 9 lives to become a cat." Petty, but effective. 50's fans swarm Diddy's comments. 50 himself responds with a DM screenshot. Diddy begging 50 in 2011 to appear on a Last Train to Paris remix. "I'll pay you $250K plus 2 points, the text reads. 50 captions it, "I don't do features with frauds." First blood officially drawn. In every blog from Complex to the Shade Room runs side-by-side posts. Traffic bonanza. Behind the curtain though, the feds start sniffing around. That powder and hot tub clip? The villa's geotag matches a property later rated in a Homeland Security money laundering probe. Agents want to know, was Diddy connected? 50 hears through an NYPD Connect that Diddy believes 50 set him up. Paranoia skyrockets. Security details double. Diddy switches phones weekly, starts using signal blocking briefcases. Too late. Leon's GoPro is already inside the perimeter and recording the security upgrade meetings. Footage shows Diddy's head of security briefing staff. Assume every room is wired. Irony, they're right. By summer 2019, the shots are musical. Diddy drops a remix to Act Bad featuring City Girls and Fabulous. On the outro, Fab says, "Can't trust a snitch who got rich off dissing." Everyone knows who that's about. 50 responds within 24 hours, uploads a video of himself lip-syncing the line while flushing a Revolt-branded mic down a toilet. Petty Olympics. But the streams don't lie. 50's clip does 9.4 million views in 48 hours. Diddy's remix stalls at 3 mil. Scoreboard. Then comes the nuclear option. September 2019, 50's birthday. Instead of celebrating, he drops a 7-minute Instagram story, a montage of Diddy party footage, but every time Diddy hugs a male artist, 50 splices in a heart emoji and slows the frame to 0.25x. Internet explodes with memes. Diddy the hug dealer. LGBTQ+ advocates accuse 50 of homophobia. 50 doubles down. I ain't got a problem with nobody's lifestyle. I got a problem with hypocrites who preach one thing in public and live another. Translation? He's calling Diddy fake woke. First blood just became a hemorrhage.
Pandemic hits, clubs shut, no more party footage, so the war moves to Zoom. Diddy starts Revolt Black News, invites activists, CEOs, politicians. 50 launches Cocktails and Corona on IG Live, averaging 250K viewers nightly. First episode, 50 pours Branson cognac into a medical mask, toasts to good health, unlike some vitamin D deficient vampires. Subtle shot, Diddy's been looking pale in his streams. Diddy claps back on Revolt. Some people sell poison to their own community and call it culture. He doesn't name names, but the chyron reads, Cognac Conspiracies. Oh, it's on. May 2020. George Floyd protests ignite. Diddy marches in Miami, mask on, megaphone in hand. Leon is there, GoPro rolling. Catches Diddy ducking into a SUV after 20 minutes, complaining, I'm sweating out my $4,000 shirt. Leon also films Diddy's assistant handing out pre-printed Vote or Die 2020 shirts, stacks still wrapped in plastic, never worn. 50 splices that with footage of himself donating meals to Queens families, no press allowed. Narrative control. The comment sections turn into a referendum. Who's really for the culture? Polls on the Shade Room show 71% siding with 50. Diddy's team buys bot comments, gets exposed when bots repeat the same typo. Clown show. August 2020. Diddy announces the Black 100 list, an annual roster of influential black executives. 50 isn't on it. 50 laughs it off, then drops a bomb. Leaks a 2014 email from Diddy CFO proposing to short stocks of a black-owned liquor brand weeks before a hostile takeover. Email subject line, bleed them dry. Timestamp, 2:13 a.m. Diddy's reply, do it, just don't put my name. That email, Leon snagged it from a printer tray in 2016, saved it on a thumb drive shaped like a bullet. 50 posted to Twitter with the caption, this is how you uplift the culture. Stock of the targeted company jumped 6% on sympathy buys, but the reputational hit is massive. SEC opens an inquiry. Diddy's legal fees reportedly spiked to 1.8 mil a month. Escalation level, DEFCON 2.
October 2020, election season. Diddy launches Vote or Die revival. 50 endorses Trump, then claims it was a joke, then doubles back. Media goes nuts. Diddy invites 50 on Revolt for a debate. 50 counters, only if it's live, no delay, no mute button. Diddy refuses. 50 shows up to the Revolt studio parking lot in a bulletproof Sprinter van, streams from outside. He's scared to let me speak. Police called, no arrests, but the clip trends #1 worldwide. That night, 50 drops a single, Revoltation, over the Mini Men beat. Verse 1, I survived 9 shots, you can't survive 9 questions. The song debuts at #3 on iTunes off IG promo alone. Diddy's podcast ratings dropped 22% the following week. Warfare. January 2021, Inauguration Week. Diddy hosts a virtual Black Excellence brunch. 50 crashes it, gets a hacker friend to Zoom bomb with a deep fake of Diddy singing In the Club. Zoom disables the room. Recording goes viral. Corporate sponsors, Pepsi, Uber, Bank of America, distance themselves from Revolt. Stock photo sites pull Diddy images. Meanwhile, 50 signs a $150 million overall deal with Spotify, partly on the strength of his live stream numbers. The scoreboard is lopsided, but Diddy's about to play his trump card, he thinks. He greenlights a documentary on his own life, figuring if he controls the narrative, he can flip public opinion. Working title, The Sean Combs Story. Netflix bites. Production begins spring 2021. They interview 200+ people. Not a single G-Unit affiliate agrees to speak. Red flag ignored. Hubris. June 2021. Diddy teases the doc on Instagram. The truth will set me free. 50 comments within seconds. It'll definitely set you free of your career. Then 50 goes dark. No posts, no interviews, no music. 6-week silence. Inside the industry, word spreads. 50 saving ammo for the doc drop. Diddy's camp assumes 50's out of bullets. Wrong. 50's in post-production on his own counter doc, funded entirely in cash, edited in a suite in Prague to avoid subpoenas. Title, The Sean Combs Reckoning.
Netflix catches wind, threatens to sue 50 for trademark infringement. 50 changes one letter, the Sean Comb reckoning. Comb as in hair, as in untangling the lies. Legal loophole, Netflix execs lose sleep. November 2021, Diddy's doc wraps. Test screenings in Burbank score 92% positive messaging. Netflix schedules a March 2022 drop. Trailer hit Super Bowl Sunday. Diddy in a tux. Voiceover, I did it my way. 50 waits 24 hours, then drops a 10-second teaser on YouTube, unlisted link. Diddy on that 2016 Miami balcony, counting cash with informants. No context, no caption, just a date stamp, 03/14/2016. The internet detectives go berserk. Netflix stock dips 2% pre-market. Diddy calls an emergency board meeting. Lawyers advise shelving the doc. Diddy refuses. Too much ego, too much money already spent. Fatal mistake. The escalation has reached orbit. March 2022, the Sean Combs story drops. First 24 hours, 18 million views. But comment sections are spammed with timestamps linking to 50's unlisted clip. Media coverage pivots. Instead of glowing profiles, headlines read, "Did Netflix just platform a fraud?" Rotten Tomatoes audience score, 38%. Diddy's team blames a coordinated attack. They're right. 50 hired a click farm in Bangladesh to roast the comment section. Cost him $17K. Petty cash. Meanwhile, Spotify adds the Sean Combs Reckoning podcast feed. Empty, just a placeholder. It hits #1 on the charts with 0 episodes. Anticipation is a weapon. April 2022. Federal agents raid Diddy's Lele mansion. Unrelated case allegedly, but they seize laptops. Leon's footage is cloud backed up. 50 leaks a still. Diddy in a towel, hands up. Agents holding zip ties. Caption, Ciroc-flavored cuffs. Memes multiply. Diddy's premium tequila brand loses Walmart shelf space. Internal email leaks. Optics matter. Revenue drop? 44 mil projected quarterly loss. Diddy sells his stake in a cannabis SPAC in a $90 million loss to cover liquidity. Credit rating agencies downgrade his investment vehicle. Dominoes. June 2022. Instagram disables Diddy's verified comments for 30 days due to hate speech amplification. Translation, too many users spanning rat emojis. Diddy pivots to Twitter, gets ratioed within minutes. 50 buys promoted tweets that show up whenever Diddy's handle is mentioned. Ad copy. Want the real story? Stay tuned. Advertising analytics show a 600% click-through rate. 50's legal team files preemptive trademark on comb-over for a future hair loss diss line. Satire, but the message cuts. Diddy's hairstylist quits, posts farewell IG story. I can't cover the bald truth anymore. Subtweet heard round the world. August 2022. Tour season. Diddy's one-night-only arena run sells 11,000 tickets total across 8 cities. Pre-pandemic, he did 11K in one night. Promoters cite brand fatigue. 50 announces the Final Lap Tour. Adds 15 dates due to demand. Grosses 102 mil. On stage in MSG, 50 plays the Miami balcony footage on a 40-foot screen. Crowd chants, "Lock him up." TMZ runs the clip. Diddy's remaining sponsor, an athleisure brand, pulls out and cites morality clause. Buyout cost, 8 mil. Diddy countersues, loses in arbitration. Legal fees balloon. Fallout turning into free fall. October 2022. Diddy's mom, Janice, issues a video plea. Stop tearing down our legends. 50 reposts it with a heart emoji, then immediately posts a throwback of himself hugging Janice at 2003 VMAs, caption, "Love moms, but truth greater than comfort." The internet calls it respectful savagery. Merch sales of 50's Truth Greater Than Comfort hoodies do 1.2 mil in 72 hours. Diddy's philanthropic foundation reports a 40% drop in donations. Board members resign. The IRS revokes 501c3 status due to improper filing. Paperwork error, sure, but the headline is brutal. Fallout now radioactive. December 2022, Christmas week. 50 gifts his inner circle custom Rolexes engraved comb over 12/25/22. Videos surface. Diddy's daughter tweets, then deletes, "Y'all are sick." 50 screenshots it, reposts. Family fractures go public.
Diddy checks into a wellness spa in Sedona. Paparazzi catch him meditating, phone off. Headline, Diddy in exile. Meanwhile, Netflix quietly removes the Sean Combs story from search results. Still streamable via direct link, but algorithm buried. Viewership flatlines. 50 uploads a new Instagram post, a single emoji, razor. No caption, 3 million likes. The implication, time to shave the head. Comb-over era over, fallout complete. Careers altered, legacy bruised, and the nuclear winter is just starting. Let's connect dots most journalists missed. Remember that 2016 Miami villa? Property records show it's owned by a shell corp traced back to a Bahamian bank that also held accounts for 2 men later indicted in a $100 million Ponzi scheme. Leon's footage shows Diddy receiving a duffel on the same night the indictment alleges cash was flown in on a private jet, tail number N557BC. FAA logs confirm that jet landed in Miami at 1:42 a.m., 30 minutes before Leon's timestamp. Coincidence? The feds don't think so. They subpoenaed Netflix for the raw footage last month. Netflix complied, immune from liability under federal evidence code. That's why 50 isn't worried about lawsuits. He wants the subpoenas. He's funneling evidence through entertainment so the feds finish the job. Look at the money trail. 50's tour sponsor is a sports betting app backed by private equity. That same PE firm holds short positions on Revolt's parent valuation. When Diddy's brand dips, the stock dips, the shorts profit, 50 gets a kickback disguised as performance bonus. It's not just petty beef, it's market manipulation with a hip-hop soundtrack. Meanwhile, 50's cognac brand is distributed by the same company that once handled Ciroc. Middlemen love switching sides when margins call. Translation, 50's not just destroying Diddy, he's absorbing his supply chain. Corporate cannibalism. In the tech angle, 50's IG Lives average 250K viewers. That's higher primetime ratings than some CNN shows. He monetizes with super chat donations, pushes viewers to buy Branson cognac via embedded QR codes. Every time he flashes the Miami footage, sales spike 18% within an hour. He's weaponizing outrage into revenue. Diddy never figured out how to convert scandal into sales. He still issues press statements. 50 drops merch. Which one wins? Numbers don't lie. Check the bar dissection. On Revoltation, 50 raps, I count 100 mil, you count 100 pills. That's a double, referencing both Diddy's alleged pill habits. Leon footage shows unidentified RX bottles on nightstands and the $100 million Ponzi. Another bar, your jet on lease, my jet on deed. FAA records confirm Diddy's Ghost Stream is financed through a leaseback loophole. 50's Bombardier is owned outright. Receipts in the lyrics, this isn't just rap, it's forensic accounting set to a beat. And the deleted content. 50's team scrapes the internet every 5 minutes, saves everything before Diddy's lawyers scrub. They've got a 400 terabyte cold storage server in Iceland, powered by geothermal energy. No subpoena power, no takedown. When Diddy's camp issues a DMCA, 50 re-uploads via decentralized IPFS links. Can't be erased. It's blockchain beef. Future warfare. Remember the stylist quitting? Her NDA expires in 18 months. Insiders say 50 already optioned her life rights for a docuseries titled Snipped, Tales from the Comb. Exclusive contract value, $750K plus back end. She's ready to talk about Diddy's hairline, yes, but also about the coded burner phones hidden in wig cases. Wait till that drops. We're watching a multi-platform siege. Music, TV, film, podcasts, merch, stocks, crypto, and federal court. 50's playing 4D chess. Diddy's still setting up checkers, and the clock keeps ticking.
Here's what the media won't say. Hip-hop has always been a government op. COINTELPRO never left, it just got better branding. The feds want these titans to destroy each other so the culture never unites long enough to build generational wealth that can't be taxed. 50 knows this. That's why he's leaking evidence instead of keeping it private. He wants the feds to finish Diddy, sure, but he also wants the next generation to see. If they come for me, I'll burn the whole orchard. It's mutually assured destruction as marketing. The uncomfortable truth? Diddy's alleged crimes ain't unique. Every mogul plays dirty. The difference is 50 turned the dirt into content. He monetized the expose economy. And the kids watching don't aspire to be artists anymore, they aspire to be whistleblowers with merch drops. That's a paradigm shift. We're not in the rap era, we're in the receipts era. Talent is optional, documentation is king. And the racial optics. Why don't Netflix profits off black-on-black carnage? They greenlit both docs knowing the ratings goldmine. 50's aware, that's why he demanded Final Cut and a back-end equity slice. If the culture's gonna cannibalize itself, at least let the chef be black. That's not progress, it's reparations by any means. Meanwhile, Diddy's still begging for a seat at the table instead of burning the table down and building a new one. That's why he's losing, not because he's guilty, because he's obsolete.
Another layer, the women. The mothers of Diddy's kids watch this unfold in real time. One of them, won't say which, slides in the 50s DMs with a voice note. "Keep going, my child support finally arrived on time." Think about that. Domestic warfare spilling into public beef. 50's crusade is freeing families from the bad boy chokehold. Streets call it alimony justice. Academics call it commodified feminism. I call it leverage every angle. And the queer subtext. 50's insinuations about Diddy's sexuality aren't random. He's weaponizing homophobia that's already baked into hip-hop's foundation, then flipping it to expose hypocrisy. You can't preach black excellence while living in closets. Problematic? Absolutely. Effective? Undeniably. Because mainstream America only cares about scandal when it's sexual. Financial crimes bore them, bedroom crimes titillate. 50 knows his audience. He's a villain who read the focus group data. That's terrifying and genius. Finally, the tech inequality. 50 invested early in Starlink satellites. He can upload from any mountaintop. Diddy still relies on Comcast fiber. When the Fed sees servers, 50's content beams from orbit. You can't subpoena the sky. That's why the leak never stops. It's warfare at 550 kilometers per hour. The culture ain't ready.
Next 6 months, Diddy will attempt a redemption podcast with a respected journalist. Think Gayle King level. First episode will open with a tearful apology, vague admissions, promises to do better. Within 24 hours, 50 will drop a counter episode on his own feed. Split screen, fact-checking in real time, super chat flooding. Diddy's Mea Culpa will trend #1, but for all the wrong reasons. Spotify will offer 50 a reactive bonus clause. He'll pocket another 8 figures. By summer 2023, the feds will unseal an indictment, RICO predicates, money laundering, wire fraud, conspiracy. Diddy's legal team will float a plea that includes asset forfeiture, 2 mansions, catalog royalties, Ciroc stake. Net worth drops from $1 billion to 180 mil overnight. 50 will tweet how the mighty calm has fallen, merch restock sells out in 11 minutes. Branson Cognac becomes the official spirit of a major NBA arena. Deal value 40 mil over 5. 50's fortune doubles while Diddy's circle shrinks to blood relatives and 1 publicist. Wildcard, Jay-Z stays silent until the 11th hour, then offers Diddy a lifeline. Rock Nation management in exchange for 50% of whatever's left of Bad Boy Masters. Diddy accepts, Jay flips the catalog to a European hedge fund for twice the price, takes his cut, walks. The culture calls it betrayal, Jay calls it business. 50 predicted this in a bar already recorded but unreleased. Even your heroes upon your corpse for a profit. When that track drops, Twitter will break. Long-term winner? Neither. Hip-hop's first billionaire era ends with both under federal microscope. The new generation, Lil Nas X, Ice Spice, TikTok CEOs, will pivot to transparent ledgers, NFT splits, smart contract royalties. They'll look at 50 versus Diddy like we look at Biggie versus Tupac. Necessary tragedy that taught the culture to lawyer up and log out. But until then, popcorn and subpoenas. You want to know who really wins? The streaming platforms, the lawyers, the meme accounts, the feds, everybody eating off black trauma except the black community. We're glorifying foreclosure auctions like the album drops. We're quoting indictment bars like punchlines, and every time we hit retweet, we're tightening the cuffs. 50 ain't a hero, he's just the loudest prisoner with a shank. Diddy ain't a villain, he's the greed we all aspire to until the bill arrives. The brutal truth? We're not watching beef, we're watching mirrors, and the reflection is ugly. If the culture doesn't divest from spectacle and invest in ownership, the next season of this show stars you, me, and everybody we love. Real talk. Log off, buy land, plant food, build banks. Otherwise, keep streaming the collapse and don't act surprised when the credits roll on all of us. Drop your vote in the comments. Who falls harder, Diddy or the system that made him? Smash that like if 50's chess moves blew your mind. Subscribe to Celebsphere for the next drop, because when those 400 remaining hours leak, you'll want to be first to see the carnage. Share this with one friend who still thinks beef is just bars. Wake them up. The streets are watching, and so are the feds. Stay dangerous, stay smart, and stay tuned.